Welcome to my channel. So today is just gonna be a story time of how I became a single mom at 21. Excuse the bend in the back. I'm in the process of moving, so everything's everywhere. Don't mind that. But yeah, so let's get into the video. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna start from the beginning. I found out I was pregnant in January of 2016, and I was with my daughter's dad, or whatever the case may be. Well, let me not say dad, her sperm donor, because he don't get that title. I was with that man, okay? And he ended up getting arrested when I was like 5 months pregnant. So in that process, like, I didn't start going shopping for my daughter until, excuse the train, but I didn't go shopping for my daughter until I found out what I was having. So about 5.5, 6 months, that's when I started like actually getting things little by little. But yeah, so he ended up getting arrested, and in that process of me being 5 months till my daughter being 5 months, like, he was arrested from me being 5 months till she was 5 months. So in that whole process, it's like I had to make sure I had for my daughter. We were together at that time, so I had to make sure, like, I helped him in there and do for myself as well. So it was hard for me because his family didn't help me. And at this point, I don't care how anybody feels. This is my story, and I'm going to say how I feel because I know the truth and I know what went on. So, like I said, his family didn't help me. I only had like support from my family. Like, my family helped me, like my mom and my aunt. Like, I give them a big shout out because they helped me a lot. And a few of my close friends, when I say a few, I mean two. I'll say three. Two, three. Y'all know who y'all are if y'all see this video. Shout out to y'all. Period. No, but yeah. So I was going to visits. I was doing a whole bunch of stuff that I shouldn't have been doing while being pregnant, because that process is is too much, especially for you being pregnant. So yeah. So I had my daughter. He ended up coming home. Like I said, she was 5 months. He came home, and I always give credit when due. That's one thing about me. I always give credit when due. So he came home. He did find like a little job or whatever the case may be, and you know, he would get here and there. He would get here and there. So I give him that. I never, denied that. But then it's like I noticed a whole lot of different, like, he was just different at this point. And I didn't want him touching me. I didn't want to be bothered. I didn't want to do none of that. At that point, I'm just full mommy mode. You know, since he's home, I'm like, okay, well, it's my turn to do what I gotta do, because I was helping you the whole time. I was being a mommy, working. After having a baby, when you're supposed to rest, I went straight to working. So I went and looked for another job and everything. And it was just a whole big thing. So, long story short, this man got really, really messed up in the head. I'm just gonna say that. He got really messed up in the head. And Okay, let me make this clear. This video is not to bash anybody. It's just, like I said before, it's my story, my truth, and what I've been through. And if anybody feels the way, again, I don't care. But yeah, so he got, I'm assuming his brain just got all scrambled the fuck up. Excuse my language, but yeah. He ended up getting really abusive. And I stood, before y'all say anything, I stood. Only because I didn't have my dad growing up. So I'm like, you know what? I can be unhappy as long as my daughter stays happy. And that's the mindset I had. Until she was about 1. He ended up getting arrested again. First of all, he missed her birth because she was arrested. He missed her first birthday because she was arrested. I took her to go see him. And I told him, like, if you ever get arrested again, my daughter is never going up there ever again. It's over. So, yeah. After that, like, he was abusive or whatever the case may be. And it just started getting worse. It started getting worse and started getting worse. To the point that I had to realize, not only am I, like, in danger, but that like mindset that I had wasn't the right mindset. Yeah, it was okay because, you know, every parent wants their child to have both parents in their life. But at that moment, I had to sit and realize, like, this isn't healthy for my daughter. Because not only was he abusive, but he was doing abusive shit in front of my daughter. This whole video, you're going to hear me refer her as my daughter because that's my daughter. Period. And, yeah. So, excuse my loud ass family in the background. We Spanish. We don't know how to talk low. So, yeah. Long story short, it got really bad. It got really, really bad, and I just couldn't take it no more. The last incident, when I had enough, he actually, you know, I let him come see my daughter, and we ended up getting to a big altercation, and he busted my whole mouth. So at that point, I'm like, you know what? That's enough is enough, because my daughter doesn't need this. She doesn't need to see this, and she doesn't need to think that it's okay for a man to put his hands on her, because it's okay that daddy's, well, you know, whatever, that he's doing this to mommy. So, yeah, enough was enough. I couldn't take it no more. And I told him that until he gets right, he can't see my daughter, because I couldn't trust him. At this point, I can't trust you around my daughter because you're doing dumb shit in front of my daughter. You know, he's said things about my daughter that made me fear me letting him take her. And like that, he always denied, like, he was going around denying her at one point. So, you know, you're not allowed to take my daughter anywhere. You want to deny her, so no. At this point, don't even say you have a daughter if you want to keep denying her. That's how I feel. But yeah, a year goes by, you know, this amazing man came into my life. My daughter is 1.5 now at the time. This amazing man came back into my life. Not her sperm donor, a whole different person that I was dealing with like before. So he came back into my life, and he was helping me raise my daughter since she was 1.5. My daughter's 3 now. So shout out to you for, you know, helping me raise eternity. Yeah. So I gave her sperm donor a chance to, be a dad, because I'm like, okay, maybe he changed for the better, maybe his mindset is different and all that. And I let him, give him a chance. I gave him a chance. That's strike 2. He messed up. So I'm like, you know what, I'm not gonna keep doing this. My daughter is not an object, and she's not a toy that you could come in and out of her life whenever you feel like it. Because at the end of the day, she has feelings, and I'm not gonna allow my daughter to feel how I felt when I was younger. I'm not gonna have her sitting here waiting for no man. I'm not gonna allow her to sit here and be heartbroken by her father. So, no, that's a dub. So, long story short, if I say long story short one more time, I'm gonna jump off. Like, but yeah, anyways, so it got to a point that he started getting, like, he started threatening me and all this other shit, and that was strike 3. I had enough. I don't care what you do. I don't care who you with. At this point, just leave me and my daughter alone. And that's how I really feel inside. Like, she's happy. She's a happy toddler. She's a happy 3-year-old. She's smart. And she has her mama. She has her mama, and that's all she needs. I still give credit to the man that's been helping me with her, you know. But yeah. So enough is enough. He kept on with the threats. So I told my mom, I said, Ma, I can't. I can't deal with it. Let's go to court. So I went to court and I filed the restraining order. Because I live with my mom. So I'm not going to allow him to put anybody in danger that's here. Because he wants to be on his dumb retarded shit. So yeah, I put a restraining order. I did a restraining order for me and my daughter and all that. I'm in the process of changing her last name to mine, because I did give her her last name and I regret that so much. So I'm in the process of changing her last name to give her mine. And yeah. So that's really it. That's how I became a single parent at the age of 21. I am 23 now. So yeah. Ladies, if you're watching this and if you're going through the same situation, just be smart. Just be smart and do things the right way. Don't wait till it's too late. When you feel deep down inside that it's time to leave, leave. Because a lot of people don't make it out alive in domestic violence. And I know a lot of women who've been in abusive relationships. I know a lot of women who've been in domestic violence. And I just encourage women and young girls who are going through it to get out of it while you still can. Just get out of it. because it's not gonna get better. The lies are just gonna keep on, and you're just gonna keep blaming yourself. You're gonna blame yourself and always feel like you're nothing. So before you get to that point, leave. Just leave. It's toxic. You don't need it. You don't need it. And if you have kids and you're going through this, or you're gonna have a baby, do things smart. Do things smart. If you want to give your child the father's last name or the sperm donor's last name, fine. But before you make that decision, really think to yourself. Because I did it only because I felt as, okay, he's in jail, he missed her birth. I'm just gonna give her his last name since he missed that. And I honestly regret it. He didn't sign her birth certificate. So I, as of the state of New York, I have full custody of my daughter until, you know, um, yeah, everybody goes through a whole court situation, but I know that's not gonna happen. So yeah, I have full custody of my daughter, and it's gonna stay like that, and that's it. So yeah, guys, I got emotional, really emotional, because like it really touches my soul. Because I really love my daughter with everything in me. No, I wasn't ready to be a mom because I had a whole life to live. Like, I was still young, and I'm still young. But do I regret her? No. I don't regret my daughter. I am happy I had her when I did, because she did change how I look at things a lot. I am a better person. I am a changed person. And Duty, I do love you so much. And, shout out to my mom and my aunt again. And shout out to that man for, once again, helping me with my daughter and being that father figure in her life. Um, yeah. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, guys. And if you have anything to say, just comment down below and let me know. So, until next time, guys.